Good morning. It is Sunday, and I'm going to do a quick morning yoga flow this morning. So, if you want to start, we're going to start in child's pose, and we're going to start in a grounded position. If child's pose does not work for you, you can start in whatever is good for your body that your body is calling. When your forehead is touching the ground, reflect inward and examine your body and see whatever is really standing out to you. Focus on your breathing. We're going to breathe in, hold it at the top, release out your mouth like waves crashing. And then we're going to breathe in, hold it at the top, and then release out your nose with the same noise in the back of your throat, like waves crashing. And then do it again. And then release, and then come to all fours. And we're just going to do some cat and cows. Lean forward, tuck your head under. You're going to bend your back. This is just to warm up your back. And then we're going to lift our left leg out, our right arm out in front, and we're going to hold it, turn it to the side, angle it, and we're going to hold this pose here for a moment just to wake up our abs. And while you're holding the pose, if you fall out, don't forget to get back in. You can always do a modified one by keeping it straight instead of out to the side. And then while you're holding it here, we're going to do a tuck it in 3 times, and then release back out diagonal, and then back to the ground. We're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to lift our right leg back, our left leg out in front, and we're going to hold it here for a moment just to wake up our abs, and then go diagonal, hold it in this pose. And each side of your body will feel completely different. So if this side is a little bit tighter than the other, or it has more flexibility, we use our sides of the body differently. And then 3 tucks in. And then release to just do a few cat and cows. And then I'm going to warm up my body by doing bear. So I'm going to place my palms firmly in the ground, bend my toes, and lift my knees off the ground and hold it here for a moment. If you want more of a challenge, you can keep the top of your toes down and hold it here. This is to warm up your shoulders. Focus on your breathing in these poses. And then to a downward dog. And you're going to just walk your dog out. And then I'm going to walk my hands back to my feet. I'm going to do a half lift, forward fold, stand tall, side bend to the right, center. You can stand on your tippy toes, side bend to the left to wake up your side body, mini back bend, forward fold, side twist to the right, gaze follows. Side twist to the left, gaze follows. And remember, you're going to bend that opposite knee and then walk it out for a vinyasa. And then back to the downward dog. And then just walk it out, step it out. Just get the movement back. And we're going to walk our hands back and do those same poses again. Half left, forward fold, stand tall, side bend to the right, center, side bend to the left, mini back bend, forward fold, half lift, twist to the right, Twist to the left. Walk it out. Vinyasa. Then just walk it back out in downward dog. And then from here, I'm going to lift my right leg high. I'm going to bend it in front of me, half pigeon. Feel the stretch in your inner thigh in this position. And just really feel it and ease into it for a moment to give your body that acknowledgement that you're stretching it out, you're being intentional. And then you're going to go back, lift your right leg up, step your right leg through, reverse revolve. Your left arm is overhead, your right arm's behind, and your gaze follows behind your right shoulder. And you're just going to step down, do some lunges, and just feel it in your thighs right here. And then I'm going to stretch that right arm back behind me and then go up and down with the lunges. My gaze follows toward the back of my right hand, which is facing the back of the room. Then I'm going to go back towards center. I'm going to do a pyramid pose where I fold over a straight right leg. If you feel like you need to bend your leg, just move your left leg in closer. They're supposed to be parallel. And then do a reverse crescent where you lift your right arm up and your left leg is up toward the sky and your gaze falls towards your right hand. And then vinyasa. And we're going to do those same poses on the left side. So left leg high, half pigeon. Remember to ease into this position so you can feel it in your body, feel the stretch, feel the tightness. Just being truly intentional with every pose is important. Because if you're not really being intentional with anything in life, it can feel like it's lacking purpose and you can feel kind of lost. I know it happens for me often, and this is why it's kind of essential to know what your passion is, what your intentions are, and to do what your mind and body is calling you to do when it's there, especially when it comes to yoga. So we're back doing the reverse revolve. Our right arm is overhead. Our gaze falls behind our left shoulder. And then I'm going to stretch my left arm out. Do those lunges. Gaze follows to that left hand. And then I'm going to clasp my hands behind my back, do a pyramid pose. Lean back. Lean forward over your right straight leg. Feel that stretch in the back of your left leg. Feels amazing. And then stick your right hand down, reverse revolve. Lift your left hand toward the sky. Gaze follows. And then vinyasa. And then back to downward dog. From downward dog, I'm going to do a low lunge here. I'm just going to lean back and forth. This is a great stretch for your inner thighs. And then from here, I'm going to go into an inversion. Whatever inversion your body is calling you to do, just feel free to do it. Inversions are so great for reversing blood flow and helping with increasing blood flow in your body, because a lot of times your upper body needs it, but you stand most of the time or you're upright. So it just is another way to help with that. And hold it here for as long as you can, or whatever your body is craving today, because yoga is about listening to your body's intentions. Sometimes your body needs something separate from what I am saying, which is important to be mindful of. You don't necessarily always need the same things every day. You can crave different things each day. So just be mindful of what your body is telling you. And from here, I'm going to go into a plank pose, and we're just going to hold it here to wake up our body. And then I'm going to go into a dolphin pose. So I'm going to go into my forearms, I'm going to walk my legs toward my feet toward my head. And then I'm going to lift my left leg up, out to the right, and just hold it here. This is great strength building for your arms, your biceps. Then I put it down, and I'm going to switch to the other side and just truly feel it. If you fall out, of course, come back in and then go to child's pose. Focus on your breathing. Focus on what your true intention is, and focus on being grateful for what today has given us or what yesterday has given us. So I'm going to go to side planks. I'm going to lift my left arm up, my left leg up, and hold it. If you got to do modified, feel free to do modified here and do whatever you can. So hold it for a few seconds. And then I'm going to go to a push-up, and I'm going to go and do the other side. Lifting your right leg up if you can. Each day, obviously, your body will crave or feel a different way. Just like in life, your body may not feel the greatest each day, but if you continue to work on it, it will be intentionally knowing and feeling a certain way because you have disciplined yourself to get to that point. And discipline is really what it's all about. So now I'm just going to lift my right arm up, tuck it under, threading the needle, just to get the stretch in my lower back. And then I'm going to come back up, place it down, and do it on the other side. Twist it under, feel the stretch in my lower back, and then lift it back up. And then back here in this pose. I'm going to start some yin poses right now. This was a quick yoga session. So I'm going to spread my legs out. I'm going to lean over. It's a frog pose. And this is going to stretch my inner thighs. So if you're super tight in this pose at first, just slowly ease into it. And remember that your intention or your purpose for a lot of these poses is to feel and express whatever emotion you have through poses so that you don't intentionally have the wrong reaction in real life. And I know it's an ongoing process of coping with continuous struggles and obstacles, but that's what life is. And if life wasn't challenging, you wouldn't be able to appreciate the beautiful moments in life because you wouldn't understand the adversity or understand how hard things could be. And life is designed like this because we get free will as humans and we have the ability to grow as people and be better and train other people or show other people what kindness is. Just because other people are not necessarily kind doesn't mean that we have to not be kind in return. So being truly intentional with your thoughts, your feelings, and knowing that we were never perfect. So how can we judge someone else that isn't perfect as well? And it's hard to understand that aspect, but when you understand that aspect and you know that we're going to face obstacles over and over again in life, and we're just going to have to know how to cope with it at that moment. And coping can look different for each person, but truly knowing that the best way to cope is not to be angry, but to be kind. So I'm just doing deer pose on either side. It's where you tuck the one leg behind. The front leg is going to be bent in front, kind of like a diagonal slant, and then just leaning over depending on how you want the stretch to be in your body. And obviously one side will feel tighter than the other, and you will feel a lot of tightness in that side. For me, it is my left thigh. And a lot of times with your hips or your legs, you can store stress and you're going to feel tension in that hip area that you're stretching out. And it's all good to let it out. Tension can be stored in the body, and stress a lot of times And if you don't have a way to release this tension or stress, it can really build up. And so when I mean to be intentional or purposeful with what you're doing with your life and how you really want to get back into your into knowing what your purpose is or how you cope with things, it's essential to take time to meditate and pray about it and know that you can really figure that out. You just have to be intentional, maybe keeping a prayer journal, a meditation book, or something. So I'm going to lean forward over straight legs here. Don't grab on it or pull on it. It's literally just a yin pose where you are not doing any strength training. And when you lay here, just let your body do its work with the fascia, with the bending, and stretching out your legs, because you will feel it and your body will go into relaxation mode. And your body will go deeper into these poses if you give it the time to do that. Everything is about patience and awareness, knowing when is the right time to stop something and when your body is craving something, that you need something, which brings me back to intention about coping with stressful situations and the obstacles that arise in life. Knowing when to be assertive and do certain things and when to be patient and give it time is essential. All right, so I'm going to sit back up, and this concludes my Sunday morning yoga flow. I know it was quick, short, and sweet. I hope you guys have a great Sunday and a great start to your week, and you begin it with intention and know that challenges always continue to arise. So how you cope with it and your intentions with it are really what matters. So disciplining your mind and body to react the correct way is essential. Have a great Sunday. Thank you.